Hello, everybody! Welcome back to another replay analysis by yours truly. This time, another submitted game. This one, a match mirror on the map Brain Freeze. So this map is... I'm not gonna lie, a big reason I chose to even look at this game is because I think the map is super interesting. It was sent to me by Alexisgirl from the Advanced Wars Discord. And this game is kind of interesting. They go for a rather unique opener that I'm a little surprised to see from a match. But like I said, this map is very interesting. So I'm going to talk about the map a little bit before we get into it. So your contested properties in this map, you'll see what I mean, is this property, and this property conventionally in terms of raw tank movement. However, and you can cut over this comm tower, and notably the airports are also can come under fire. This is a typical 3-base 1 airport map. However, the airport is actually extremely far forward and pre-owned, which is very interesting. So it has a lot of options for like early T-copters, a lot of early Bopter openers. And the map is pretty open, so anti-air are going to be very much needed if you want to have a really good fighting chance in this front. And because the airport is so open, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because on one hand you have copters that can immediately just rush in there and, get in the fight. But on the other hand, because it's so forward, it's very prone to getting locked by anti-air and just getting shut down and even captured. I've looked at quite a few games on this map, and in a lot of them, the airport just gets straight up capped, and it becomes sort of like a race to control this area, with even properties like this one falling. Anything further than this is like no man's land. It's not really a base rush map per se. It's more so a race to win your strong side faster than the opponent. The labs are over here. They have a cruiser on them. They're very safe. You're not really going to see any sort of cheese with them. The labs are basically a non-factor on this map. The one base is very isolated as well. This base can really only come this way with like infantry. Part of me wonders if like this should be like a pipe seam to like maybe offer like an option for like reinforcing over here. But that's not the case. We also have this port here, and I think the ports are very interesting as well. Because if you did a battleship and like plop it in this reef, its range is enough to like lock down this property and this property. So if you're like, under a huge siege, like, a battleship can just immediately come over here, plop in the reef, and it will never dislodge. You can also build landers to like ferry units from like these two bases over here to help win your front. In my last match, one of my matches, I used that. The Hawk one, I used a lander to completely decimate on my weak side. So that's an option as well. So a lot of very interesting things. Meanwhile, your 2-base is just a pretty strong 2-base. There's not a lot of terrain really impeding you. So you're going to be rushing this way. It's also a 2-tower map as well. And for that reason, I kind of don't really like the Mats pick on this map. I don't think Mats is the best CO here. This is easily an Olaf Eagle map. I would not pick Mats here. The 2 towers kind of mitigates a lot of Mats' specialty day to day. And because he's Mats, he can't really have any artillery to kind of reinforce his push. So he's very likely to get shut down by tech-ups and the like. So it'd be kind of hard, because he can't really use copters to whittle down tech-ups. He has to kind of have tech-ups of his own. So it's kind of an uphill battle, I think, if you're picking Mats here. But, needless to say, we have a Mats mirror. Now, Alexisgirl is definitely the favored player here. They're about 200 elo over Azure group, both in live rating and in league rating. So this is kind of a mismatch, if you ask me. But never know. So let's go ahead and get right into this thing, shall we? Let's get right into game. So we have the slimes up top and the pinks down below. So, right away, we already see a skip here to go for this. I don't mind this on this map. Mainly the reason is, again, you want to try to get some early income, because the pressure is going to come at you and start coming at you really quickly here. Especially as Max, you could probably expect your opponent to open like a day 4 recon against you. That's pretty much the match thing to do. And weirder, though, than that is Alexis goes for a maximum econ opener. Not only getting both day 1 caps, but actually captures the city instead of going for their base. Very unconventional. It's such an interesting opener, Alexis does. Even the 2nd infantry is like saying, screw this bad city. That city is stinky like the stone. And we see a day 3 recon opener. I'm not a fan of day 3 recon openers. I find that they lose too much infantry tempo. I've talked about this before in a few games, but I think I would have preferred a day 4 recon opener. Now, fortunately, this recon would be great if Alexis was mirroring you and pushing out forward, but they're not doing that. So, unfortunately, we're going to see if this recon can actually get any work done. And we see the day 3 APC. Oh, when I saw the day 3 APC, I'm like, I gotta talk about this game, man. Fucking day 3 max APC, bro. What are we even doing? Oh, I was like giddy when I saw this. This is so weird. Oh, on a map with a pre-owned airport, by the way, that could easily make a T-Copter. We make the day 3 APC with a maximum eco build. It's so funny. I love it. I love it to death. Fun Max fact for you. Did you know that in Advance Wars 1, Max's powers also affected APCs? Because they still had the code from Super Famicom Wars that made them direct vehicles? Little fact for you. So I'm interested to see what this APC would get done. Definitely not a very Max opener. You don't typically see a lot of Maxes opening APC. So we'll see. Compared to Azure Goop, who has a much more conventional opener, I'd say. So, APC loads up the infantry and sends up here to drop the infantry here. Presumably to get this city. This is not a very contested city. This is not a city that's going to come under any sort of real fire. So, a bit curious there. I think what we could have done instead is done the same thing, but actually put the APC here and unloaded here to get this city earlier, or to get this city, so you had another infantry to load in on the next turn. Because here, you're basically missing out on a whole turn of using the APC, and this is a very early vehicle, so you gotta get your money's worth if you're investing in a transport this early, ladies and gentlemen. Early comm tower cap, I actually think this is a little... I don't think I would have gone for this. I think I would have pushed forward to grab this property first. There's no fighting happening yet. Maybe he anticipates that there will be some fighting happening, and that's why they're going for it, but Max's firepower is enough without the comm tower to really make a dent anyway. And yeah, see, like this... It's just, ugh. One thing we could have done instead is move the APC down 1 square, then give it a boosty to this tile. Then you'd suddenly get in range of 2 cities instead of 1. It's little things like this with a transport that really lets you maximize the fact that you have one, right? It's lets you get that little extra boost. But instead, we just go here, so we're stuck here. And I know what you're saying, well, this infantry can capture that one. It's about having the option. It's about the flexibility. Like, it's better to do something that gives you more options, even if you don't intend to use them, because the options are there. Because from here, you can even push up to, like, here and get in range of these cities, whereas here, you're locked into capturing that, and that's all you can do. So... And we end up going to that tile anyway, so it's just a wasted opportunity, I feel. Alexis straps her comm tower as well, and builds a strong side tank. This is very curious as well. I'm not sure if weak side recon opener is very common. I don't feel like the terrain here is very great for them. So far, Alexis is going for a very interesting opener. To say the freaking least. Fortunately, Azure Group goes over here. I'm assuming to get to the comm tower. But I don't like this at all, actually. Here's the thing. You can see that your infantry are not yet in range of getting this comm tower. So you can kind of assume there's not anything there. And because we're all the way over here now we've lost vision on these 2 cities as a result. I think we could have easily gone, like, here. Or even onto the city. Like, maybe we're scared of a max tank. But the flexibility and the ability to get intel on what your opponent's doing is worth a lot more than just sitting back here and chilling. Again, this day 3 recon opener is not paying itself off. We see a strong side tank from Max, so we're about to see. And then they send this infantry all the way over here. Again, this is another little micro thing. If we dropped the infantry onto this plains tile, it could reach 2 cities instead of 1. Now it's locked into only getting this city. Again, it's these little micro things with the APC that make it just slightly not as efficient as it could be. See an anti as well. Anti early, very good. Day 6 anti is exceptionally early. But honestly, I kind of like it. On a map with this forward of an airport, you can kind of expect maybe an early copter. And the income definitely allows for that here. So, really like that. Very proactive. Very good move by Alexis here. So far, the APC has been the most questionable thing. And again, I know what you're saying, like, oh, well, they could go for this and this. And I'm like, I agree. But again, the options. You want to have the options in case something goes wrong that you don't expect. Maximizing your options, especially with your infantry, is so valuable because you never know what's going to change turn to turn that you might not be expecting. So making sure to keep your options open is definitely something that you can really do, especially if you have like a transport like this. Maximizing where your infantry go. And then the recon comes back. So the recon's kind of drunk driving right now. He's going, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go back. He doesn't really know where to go. I think what happens is he saw this recon. This recon saw the APC and the infantry, and he's like, oh, I need to be over here, actually, and not down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think maybe he should have actually gone like to this silo instead, though. You can still get kind of over in this direction and interrupt like this city and stuff, while still having vision of the comm tower. But instead we kind of full commit to going over here and lose vision of the comm tower. It's not very flexible. This is the name of the game here, is both these players are not being very flexible with their moves. So if something bad happens, they're not going to be able to adjust very well. See the tank move in here? Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to go into a city and see that there's a recon who just spotted your vehicle. Terrible. Really bad. If it was the opposite move, though, you could go in here, see the recon, and actually keep your tank hidden. You could have kept it a turn back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could have kept it on this road tile and maybe like bluff if there's a tank or not. And maybe even get a free recon kill. Especially as Max that has the extra firepower. But we go for both caps. This was the intended route. And the APC moves down here to pick up another infantry. Interestingly, they decided to go in regardless. And I get why, because they're going to kill that vision. I want to note that it is day 7 for Alexisgirl, and she has no recons. Her vision is poor. Where are the mountains on this map? Here, here, and over here. They have no vision of anything important. You gotta have stuff there. So the question is, you got this kill. Do you attack this one as well? The answer, I think, is no. I see this tank, and I see the APC. That is 2 vehicles that are now known to you. This is where I'm talking about, like, I wish this recon would have stayed in vision of the comm tower. Just imagine if it was down here instead. So you could pivot it away from this, now that there's a tank there, and might not be the safest. And potentially go sit on the comm tower. Alternatively, you could take a shot with your recon to this infantry. Now, why would you do that? Here's the thing. You see this infantry. The infantry can come here, spot you, and it can kill your recon anyway. Right. I, personally, seeing the APC and the tank here, would risk it and take the second shot and call that they have no tank. There could be a tank over here. There could be. But I would be trying to get as much intel as I can and also slow down their captures as much as I can as well, especially as maps. So me, I would gamble it. I would throw the dice here and take the shot and call that they don't have such a tank. But instead we just kind of go in the woods, which... it's so wimpy, it's accomplishing very little. You're getting nice vision of the reinforce here, which I do like. But the recon is not accomplishing anything. And I'm not... It's kind of like the worst of both worlds. It's not really going over here to accomplish anything. It's not really getting any income denial. It's just kind of chilling. This one should have definitely attacked, especially since you have the tank backup, into an active tank chain. So it's... I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. Also, no anti-air from Azure. I don't like that either. We definitely should have an anti-air built by this point. Especially on a map with an airport this far. Now, fortunately, neither match is interested. Neither one of them are interested in copters. Who needs those? Copters smell bad. We drop off back here. We use the APC to get vision. And go in straight there, go to the forest. And we finally see a copter build from Alexisgirl. And guess what? There's no anti-air. There ain't no anti-air coming, boyo. What a shame. And also, this tank is backed by an anti-air as well. So even if they're... We've seen a recon already. But we haven't seen much else. So we don't really know what's out there in the fog, especially with our lack of vision. This is probably Alexisgirl's biggest weakness. And the recon and the infantry come and pick this off. I don't like this. This is a really bad move. Going for the gamble last turn, that's one thing, but now it's almost reckless to assume there's no tank. I think because they didn't see the tank go like here or here, they think this is fine. But the thing is, right, this tank here can reach this city and shoot on your tank. You do have an active tank chain. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. Get no anti-air. No anti-air in sight. Don't need it. Don't need no anti-air. What? How much we're struggling so hard to get vision of this tank. Okay. We chose to kill the recon. Now, there's some merit to killing the recon. Killing the recon is nice, because killing the recon denies vision. But man, that tank hit would have been so nice. And we just see this nice chain of stuff here. Keep in mind, Alexisgirl still does not have her comm tower. This is not good. Look at this infantry. Why? We're not even going to try for it? I don't get that at all. That move confuses me. Another anti-air? I don't hate it. I don't hate the second anti-air, but the thing is you have no reason to suspect anything's going to happen to this one. Also, I'd argue this anti-air is a little out of position. Maybe they think their copters are coming around here. It's not impossible. But the thing is, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This tank is 3 copter moves away from the airport. I think the anti-air should probably be more up here, ready to fight over here, rather than covering the tank. Especially since we already have a copter covering the tank. So this anti-air feels a little misplaced. I think I actually would have liked a second copter by this turn. But it's alright. Also, let's not have this captured yet. This is a big yikers. Meanwhile, Blue's just capturing everything they want. Bonk, bonk. Gobble that tank. This is just pointless. There's no point in doing this. You're just giving your opponent some free charge. Whittling that APC down to 9 doesn't do you anything. But yeah, this is looking bad. So the tank died to deal 3 HP of tank damage and killed a recon. It's not the worst. Especially since we can trade tank for tank here. This tank goes in the city, obliterates that, and the copter comes in and attacks that. It's not bad. However, I'd be wary of attacking with this copter because we have no vision! We have such... We're so in the dark. It's day 10 and we're so in the dark about what our opponent has. Oh, I can't express how annoying it is. Oh, we're capturing the comm tower today. Yesterday wasn't... Yesterday was too risky, but today is okay. Oh. What? What? Why not do it in reverse? If the tank's on the city, it's on better defensive terrain, and it's going to heal 2 HP if it gets attacked. And the copter can still hit the tank from this forest. It's not really in much better position in either tile, because if you follow the path of vehicles from this base, if there's an anti-air here, it's going to hit you no matter where you are. So hitting from the forest with the tank feels weird. I don't understand the point of that. Especially since it's not like we're hiding the tank in the woods by killing the tank. We still have vision. So I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, this tank. Now we're kind of dividing here. So we have some stuff here and we have other stuff here, but it's all around the same axis. The problem is this stuff is not ready to like back this stuff up. Like if an anti-air and a tank just come out of the darkness here and pop this stuff, this front's dead. So this is really gambling that blue does not have any anti-air in the region. I like the builds here. Clean that up. I don't like this. This is your weak side infantry. This stuff's all gonna die. This is gonna die. Oh, kill that. Interestingly, oh no, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still covers. But we have no anti-air. I mean, we do, but it's like 2 turns away. Blue, by the way, still not a single copter. No copters for me. I live that air-free lifestyle. Finally gets their tower. Yeah. Just mop all of that garbage. Clean all that. Those infantry died for nothing. Retreats the copter. Honestly, I get it. You got your free hit. Again, most players are going to have an anti-air by now. They would have had an anti-air last turn. So the fact that you got away with that hit scot-free, you know, I would take that run too. That's very reasonable. If only we had any vision to maybe infer if this was necessary or not. Oh, so this APC has done jack all the last few turns. It's done nothing. This poor APC is, like, begging for Uber lifts out here. He's struggling to make ends meet right now. But it seems like Alexis is fully committed to the win. This is going to die. This comm tower is going to get flipped. This is why I called those cities contested at the start. Because while they are contested, technically, this is a race map. And now we just see a beautiful execution here of stuff. Just cleans up everything. And now we're just black over here. That's scary. That's horrifying. And the anti-air finally arrives to cover the airport. Not that we know that, but, you know, it's there. We can't fight here. We can't fight here. Mid-turn max force. Okay. I'm listening. Okay. Wow. Nice shot. Wow, that's a big disparity. These two don't really do anything. And we buy the lander. We buy the lander. Alexis has said, racing is not my game. I want to secure my one base. Honestly, respect it. That's 12,000 funds, though. And we already have one transport that's basically doing nothing. So this lander needs to make its money back in terms of vehicle timing ASAP. So. Now, fortunately, this was a pretty okay match for us. I don't like that we really only got 3 hits off with it, and only one of them was to infantry. That's a little sussy. Copter's dead. Kill that. We gotta cover the anti-air. Okay, thank God. If we didn't cover this anti-air, I was gonna be so mad. Over here, though, this is looking like... This is looking so bad. Despite Alexis having 0 vision, no recon, no recons, they're not needed. Dead copter. Dead copter. Dead recon. Weak tank. Join cap. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if I agree with it, but I see it. Just absolutely. This front's dead. Builds a medium tank. That's a lot of army value. Oh, hey, a recon! Rejoice, everybody! A recon is born! Rejoice! Now, let's examine the field here. This front is dead for blue, but this front is still looking really bad for pink. This is going to fall, and this is going to fall. This medium tank is not going to be able to shoot anything for a minimum of one turn to move, and then 2 turns worth of fight. Max Blast. This is questionable. I don't know what this is expected to accomplish. Oh, let's get a instant replay on that one. 3 HP tank. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's still a perfectly fine anti-air. That's going to kill any copter that could be spawned. And there's another one anyway. That's dead. Kill an infantry. Capture the airport. Yep. So that Max Blast deleted... What was that? An 8 HP tank? Deleted an infantry and did 3 damage to an anti-air and lost your 3 HP tank. Fuck. That's a really bad Max Blast. That is probably one of the worst Max Blasts I've ever seen. I'm not trying to be mean, but wow, that was not good. That was bad. Alright, Alexis has 2 towers. And what's there just mopping the schlop. Mopping it. And now there's a medium tank. And that's what I talked about at the start of the game. How does Max really deal with a medium tank when he can't use copters? He needs tanks of his own, and Blue's just been building tanks. Which, like, I like tanks, but... and now there's a golf ball, too. Copter hit there, sure. Fortunately, it is out of range. So they capture the airport. Now, fortunately for Max, he is about to get this airport. So, probably to see some copter spam coming from here soon. So maybe it's not so bad. Maybe even like a bomber. That feels bad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we need to recoup our forces. Again, this is too far. This is no man's land. At this point, Blue, when we've raced as far as we can race, we need to now consider front shifting to save our dying front. We can't realistically brawl into the one base, even with the airport. Not without artillery support. And Max ain't doing that. Captures the full like that. But, you know, Alexis, she just like says, screw it. He's deleting some infantry. What did that delete? That deleted a 2 HP infantry. That deleted a 2 HP infantry. This lander is really earning its keep. Anti-air? Sweet, okay, maybe a little too many anti-air? Like, there's no copters right now. Like, one was fine. I think we would have liked some more tanks, maybe? Especially if we're going to load both these into the lander, so, I don't know. But Alexisgirl is doing exactly what I said. She's shifting her stuff downward. Beautiful. You've won what you can up here. It's time to go. I love that. Beautiful. Shout out to the APC still doing nothing. Yeah, so the tanks coming here, but they were on really bad terrain. Shoal, road, 6 HP. So I don't love this. Yeah, we're pushing in, but we don't have anything to deal with this. We have a single battlecopter. That's going to chip like 2 to 3 HP off of it, but this isn't good. The APC getting vision. Maximum force. Meow. Pew. Kill that. One shot. Boomba. That's not dead. But this is looking grim. Interesting. We didn't even load the recon in there. We could have loaded the recon into here too and dropped off 2 vehicles. I think I would have preferred that, honestly. But this is looking pretty bad. We can't keep fighting here. There's a Neo tank we don't have an answer to. There's a medium tank we have 1 copter to answer to. It's going to do like 3 damage. We can't stay here. And sure enough, they finally retreat correct. Okay, I did call a bomber. I think this is out of anti-air range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, unless they got another max force somehow. Oh. Oh, no. If Alexis gets its max force here, that's just the end of the game. Just deletes that tank. Alexis needs charge. She needs charge yesterday. Tank in. Tank in. Oh, beautiful. Kill that. Noom. Bye-bye, bomber. Oh, 22,000 funds deleted in an instant. Blocked the airport in a resignation. It's over. God, that was fun to watch. Holy crap. I love this game. This was one of the best games I've ever had submitted to me. I haven't had that many, but amazing. Peak cinema. Alexis, I'll admit I was a doubter. I was a doubter. This goofy, I will not lie though. You did not use this APC very well. You could improve this very much so. But everything else was like great. I think the lander was also maybe a bit questionable. I don't feel like it really. It dropped off a medium tanking like an anti-air. I feel like this was maybe a little much. But other than that, I feel like you did pretty good. But like, despite having no vision for like most of the game, you did really good. Like, you did a good job defending. You knew when to back off. You front shifted beautifully, and just crushed them. Meanwhile, they just couldn't hold it. By the time they made their bomber, they shifted their stuff away so they couldn't protect it. And then, beautiful. Just a beautiful coup de grace. You know, your opponent having one of the worst max blasts of all time didn't help. Like, this max blast was really sad. Like, we killed 2 units with this max blast, and one of them was an infantry. Like, max blast is a power that was, like, meant to wipe you off the map. You know, when I'm using a max blast, I don't want my opponent to, like, be able to walk again tomorrow, you know what I mean? So, bad power management is what I think really killed Azure Group. They just blew their power. And, you know, in the end, you know, those back-to-back max forces, and then that final coup de grace just beautifully deletes the bomber. Just so wonderful. I think this perfectly points out Max's flaw in this map, and why I said from the beginning, I don't like Max on this map. And it's because of this. The second that Alexis had tech-ups of any kind, there wasn't a whole lot Max to do. The airport's way too far away to whittle them with copters. You can't use artillery. And Azure just didn't respond. Like, once I saw the medium tank and neo tank, it's time to leave and reassess what I'm doing. And they just didn't. They just stayed way too close. Like, we saw this medium tank get dropped off here. I can't fight that. And it's just history from there. And everything just compounded. The sad state of affairs. But a much-deserved win, Alexisgirl. Look, I want you to improve with your transport unit. I'm serious. Like, some of those transport units genuinely made me cringe. Cringe-worthy, okay? But who cares if your APC sucks when you win everywhere else, am I right? Who cares? But that is going to be the end of today's replay. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very fun game. Thank you for the submission, Alexis. I really, really liked this one. And I hope all of you did too. So until next time, I have been your favorite skunk. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.